As Nigeria's government struggles to raise on-grid power supply, corporate and retail users are embracing off-grid solar solutions for their electric power needs. Kunle Odebumi and Femi Adeyemo, co-founders of Arnergy, join us now to discuss the growth of off-grid solar solutions in the country. Kunle, Femi, thanks so much for coming in. I was just saying before we went on air that you guys are in the right spot. It's really a great opportunity for those who know how to navigate the environment. But you've been in the game for a while. Your company is providing solar solutions. Maybe I'll start with you, Kunle. Give us a sense of the extent to which people are embracing this as an alternative to on-grid power.
Thank you very much, Wale. The power solutions in Nigeria is growing. The demand, depends on demand from the customer, is growing. And then you see that from the perspective of how people demand for the energy needs. People are consuming energy. Of course, because of lack of alternative from fossil fuel, like there's gas supply, inadequate gas supply, and things like that. So people are now looking for an alternative way of powering their homes and of powering their businesses. Right.
But how does the price now compare to the price of, say, if I was powering with a diesel generator and so forth, in terms of the pricing compared and the energy that you are getting? Yeah. Femi, can you speak to that point?
Yeah. Now, you could save as high as 40%.
More than diesel?
I mean, more than diesel. Because, right. When, recently in Nigeria, the pump price, we had the regulation and the price was up with about 75%. So now solar makes more economic sense for SMEs, in comparison to diesel, because it's a lot cheaper now.
Okay, so solar is cheaper. So
solar is cheaper.
Diesel is 40%
diesel
more
is 40%
than solar.
Exactly.
Okay, it's important to clarify that.
Yeah, exactly. So and that has made the demand to be on the high, on the rise.
But I think the tricky bit of this is being able to afford the installation. And I'm hearing now that there are some interesting solutions where it's more or less being commoditized and people can pay instrumentally. Can you just speak to that point?
Exactly. That's what we have done as an organization. We have commoditized solar now. So you don't need to pay upfront payment to afford solar at a go. So what you need to do, maybe you have to pay over a period of time, like 36 months. You can be paying every month from your income over 36 months. That makes it more cheaper for people. Right. Because right now, like Femi said, people are paying more than 40% to acquire for alternative fuel. But now that you can now pay every month for 36 months. And then after 36 months, you have opportunity to own the solar for the next 20 years. Right. So that is a game changer. Right.
It sounds interesting. And I imagine that the reason that's possible is because the banks are getting behind you guys, right? Is that what?
Yes, that's correct. Locally, we have the support of the Bank of Industry. And now we have some private equity investors that are looking, at investing in the space. Because even though, the country is in recession, businesses still need to run.
Absolutely.
And if you have a power solution that is cheaper for businesses to run, it's no-brainer that a lot of SMEs are switching to solar.
Right. I think it's interesting you mentioned that private equity are looking this way. And it now begs the question, how scalable is what you and others in this space are doing? Because I think the interesting thing about solar solutions, especially off-grid, is that they're somewhat localized. And the big question is, how do you expand if you're only focused in certain locations?
I'll give you a statistic. In 2015, to be precise, $21 billion was spent on diesel.
In Nigeria.
So that's big. And then it's getting bigger every day. So if you look at the opportunity here, the opportunity is massive. And because the opportunity is massive, there's so much interest from private equity firm or investors that are willing to make economic returns on the capital.
Yes. Okay, but so how are you engaging the potential buyers now? So for everyone from, I think, the retail outlets and the residential areas as well are key targets for you, I imagine.
Yes, you're right. You mentioned retail, and that's interests me because we have a retail chain right here in Lagos that we've piloted our system. Out of, there are 3 locations. We deployed solar, and it worked perfectly for them. And they have 200 stores in Lagos, and they're looking at replicating what we've done across the 200 stores.
But typically, when a retail store, for instance, were to embrace solar, it's not like the whole store is powered 100% solar, right?
It depends.
Because there will still be...
Yeah, it depends. Now because...
An element of alternative like diesel, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
What we do is we do what we call, energy analysis, energy assessment, and we look at what it's the energy need. Now we have commoditized solar up to 100 kVA, and with that you can run businesses completely off-grid. If the energy need, is more than that, maybe like 10% mixed with diesel, right? But up to 100 kVA, it still makes economic sense to switch to solar completely.
What about the governments? Let's talk about that, because I think they also need to get into this. So everything from powering street lights and all of that. What are you making inroads into that area as well?
Yeah, I know the government are trying to do a lot of things in this space. They are raising like 30 billion naira green bond now. So they are also talking about green growth economy and green economy in particular. So with the President Muhammadu Buhari signing the Paris Agreement, is in line with the whole renewable energy space and is in line with what we are doing. So policy frameworks still need to be there, no doubt about it. So, but I know that the government are trying to do something in that regard, but more, and they need to intensify that more.
But what about the state governments?
Yes, the state governments, some state governments are working on that too. But again, to answer your question, on street lights and all that, the market is huge, and energy can be jack of all trades. So what we've decided to do is, SMEs, we have a lot of SMEs that are closing shop because of power. What can we as an organization do to resolve that and make businesses run sustainably? Because if our businesses are running sustainably, we won't have issues of the unemployment rate that is going up. So we've decided to just focus head on to power SMEs with a solar solution.
But and I think that focus brings me to a very interesting point, because there are many people out there who are looking for business opportunities, and the market is huge, as you've suggested. Do you think that there is such a great opportunity for more people to embrace this as an area to invest?
Absolutely, absolutely. And what we've done is, because our system, we've commoditized it, and we have, business people that are coming to us now to partner with us. Because the way we built our systems up to 100 kVA, another company could come, take our system and go and build their own business with it and be able to sell the solutions and collect payments, and amortize it for, say, 36 months or 5 years, depending on what they want.
It's an interesting space, and I'm sure we'll continue to look into it. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
It's great to see the entrepreneurship in the renewable energy space in Nigeria. Kunle Odebumi and Femi Adeyemo, co-founders of Arnergy.